Hey guys, it's David, and this is a really important section in Module K4, getting to know the people. And what I want to explain to you guys is why Hack Hollywood works, why our approach works, and why the standard marketing method for actors doesn't work. Okay? Because it's one thing for me to tell you just to do what I suggest, but, for you to really decide to do what I propose versus doing what so many other actors are doing, sending out headshots and going to workshops and sending out postcards and the usual sort of standard actor marketing activities. For you need to understand why the Hack Hollywood approach works versus that approach. And I can prove it to you just through common sense. So let's first talk about the standard, let's call it the headshot approach to actor marketing. You want to get acting jobs, so you send your headshot and your postcard and whatever marketing materials you have all over town. And you go to all of the workshops you can. Agent workshops, casting director workshops, director workshops, producer workshops, anything and everything. You try it all. So it's basically, a big mass marketing approach. It costs a lot of money. And let's look at the potential results. Let's say for every 100 headshots you send out to casting directors, or this may apply to agents or whomever, let's say 1% of your headshots result in getting called in for a meeting. Again, it doesn't matter if it's for an audition or just to get an agent, to get the result you're looking for at that particular time. Okay, so 1 in 100 gets you a meeting. Now, let's say, I don't know what the numbers are. It's going to depend on the actor themselves, but on average, I would say, let's say 1 in 20 auditions results in getting a role. And you could say, 1 in 20 agent meetings results in getting represented. That's probably a higher number because they're not going to see quite as many people as casting directors do. So that might be 1 in 5 or maybe 1 in 10. I don't know. But let's say just the overall average between getting what you want, whether that's getting an agent or getting a role, is 1 in 1,000. Okay? So that's 1 in 1,000. So let's say you get if you get an agent, then basically your agent goes through that process now with you, and they're going to get probably the same odds as you do with the casting directors because you're still the same person, even though you're now represented by an agent. You still have the same things on your resume. You still have the same experience. You still have the same pictures. So you look the same and you still have the same body of work. So, I guess we'll go back to trying to get a job. That's the main objective. So let's say it's 1 in 1,000. Okay. So you get your job. Okay. Great. Congratulations. You can now put something on your resume. But now what do? Well, you start that process all over again to try and get your next job. And eventually you will have a few jobs on your resume and you'll probably have an agent and you'll probably feel pretty satisfied that, you're now sort of in the game and you can start to work further on your career. Now, let's look at the Hack Hollywood approach, okay? Basically, our approach, is to get to become an extremely good actor, extremely familiar with what you want and what you have to offer, and a very good understanding of the business and how it works and what it's looking for in actors and what each project looks like it might be looking for based on who's producing it and who's directing it. What do they like? And so you have a really good knowledge of what you're doing. And Then you understand that to increase the chances of you getting a role, you want to get to know some people.